Hello, viewer, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Runers. We are playing a barbarian who throws a sword and has bonus stats because that's what I do. The bonus stats are actually kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie to you right now. I do like the bonus stats. That 5% doesn't seem like much, but it actually kind of is by certain standards. I know, you go away. You go away right now. I hate those werewolves. I hate them so much. Those werewolves are a giant pain in my ass. Like a huge pain, kind of like in the side areas so that you can't really ignore it. I also have 3 confusions on me, which means that I'm not even firing at anything remotely near. There we go. There's no point firing that spell right now. It doesn't manifest fast enough. I need some more mind runes before that's really going to be super useful to me. So what I may consider doing is possibly shelving it for a little while. Let's go ahead and we'll apply some burning damage to these little guys right here. I wonder if it resets the burning counter. You need to stop that right this second. I wish my sword did more damage too. I would actually take a 60-second cooldown on that thing if it did like 15, 16 damage. Yep. I would take a long cooldown on it because sometimes you just need to clear things the hell on out. Kill off some of these brains right here because there will be no thinking done in the Nerd Castle. You got to keep your mind totally crystal clear while you're here. This is relaxation zone. Thoughts don't count. Ooh, hello. Except for the thought that I want that speed rune. Not really. I don't. As a category, I'm not a big fan of speed so far. I've yet to see anything incredibly compelling about speed aside from teleport, to be honest. I don't like a lot of my kit outs right now, actually. I love reverberation. I don't know what the bias does on that. I think the bias probably lowers the chance that it's going to stun you when it goes off. That room configuration was not to our benefit. That room configuration hates everything about us and our family. My god. That projectile is so huge. That dual kind of helix thing they're firing at me. There we go, we got him. Get ourselves a little bit of health out of the deal. Ah, pinning me the second they wait to fire too. They wait to fire till you're up against a wall so you can't get the hell out of the way of it. It's very, very smart on the AI's part. Either that or he does that on accident consistently. One or the other. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose or not. I'm going to get stuck behind a stump because that just seems like the skillful type of maneuver that I would engage in. Damn stumps. The revenge of the arboreal nemesis. Yeah, we need better damage. We need better damage very, very badly. Ooh, double combiner. Cool. What is this? Picking up runes gives you a buff. Yeah, I don't want that. Trapper. Lose 10% damage. All your bullets gain 5% slow. Soul Rip. I'll probably go with Soul Rip. Ooh, 2 combiners. I don't even know if I have the runes to make those work. We have a Raging Water rune. There's a place near my house called Raging Waters, so that's kind of funny to me because it's a theme park. It's like a water slide place. You go there to terrify your children on an annual basis. I've never seen a kid that wants to go to a theme park. They're always just sniveling and terrified about the fact that there's roller coasters and stuff. In fact, when I was a little kid, I used to think of the theme park like it was a punishment. It wasn't something that you wanted to do. It was something that you survived through. Because it was that time of the year where your cousins made fun of you because you were terrified of all the rides. And also because you were short and couldn't go on the other half. So you were terrified of half of them, and you couldn't ride on the other half. So pretty much you were left out. I mean, I was small the whole time, so... Sometimes I was able to work that to my advantage, where I'd be like, oh, I can't ride this ride. I'm too short. Go for a sword right there. Somebody's throwing knives at me. I think those might be bones. Never mind. Throwing bones at me. That's enjoyable. Usually I have skeletons pay for the privilege to do this, but I suppose I'll let him have some freebies. That guy has a shield of darkness around him. I don't know what tasks he's accomplished in the beetle world, but apparently they have just been totally and completely debauched. The sort of beetle debauchery that you can't even imagine. Well, I can imagine, but I'm not going to do it here because this is a family show. Let's go back and we'll murder some of these humanoids and we will rip their souls out, obviously. I'm going to throw a sword ineffectually at all the... Oh yeah, I forgot those have crystal thingies. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep their crystal thingies away from me. It also looks like there might be a slight possibility that they're healing or something. We've also got a Mega Bat up in here that just has more HP than anything on Earth. Damn Mega Bats. Luckily we're in a room where everybody's gonna drop a soul shard, so we'll get back on the horse after this. Not by a whole lot, but walked right into that one. I saw it coming and I was like, here's my face, please caress it lightly with your sharp and pointy crystals. Oh, those hurt my health too? That sucks. I thought those only lowered your movement speed. Oh, man. Well, then they should probably make those not suck the health power-ups into them because... I don't know. It's just like another thing making this game even more difficult. Like, even on the easiest difficulty, this game is insanely hard. Really? What the hell was that? I don't even know what just happened right there. I just got stunned and pummeled. I don't want to hang out with any of you. I don't like this. Dude, what is that? That's ridiculous. So basically I have short range spells and I'm being punished for it once again. Like, oh my god. What is it with this game and just hating on short range builds? Like, I really do think that there's no point playing like anything except for like super long range builds at this point. Because like everything close range punishes the hell out of you. Grab that little bit of health, although we're not going to live much longer, to be honest, so I might as well combine something right now, even though I have nothing to combine. We'll go Earth and Speed. Those things don't really seem to go together, but we'll try it. Compaction. Bullets have greatly increased knockback for a short duration. Don't care. Raging Water Rune and a Shock Rune of Force. I would love to save for 2 shocks, but I'm afraid I'm going to die before I do the Ice Sword. That seems kind of awesome. Maybe I'll go with that instead of this, because... There we go. Let's try out Ice Sword for a little bit, since I don't know. That's kind of cool. It might be worthwhile. We'll see what happens with it. It does do a lot of damage, so it could work as a punishing spell for things that get too close to me. If we don't get a heart on this floor, it's going to be bad. It's going to be really, really bad for us. There we go. Yeah, I like this. It's kind of a punishing spell for anything that decides to get too close. They just have to suffer. Suffer! I love it when my enemies are in a state of non-stop suffering. We have like an HP left. We have pretty much nothing. There we go. That's a little bit better. We obviously can't walk into a boss like this. That is not going to work out in our favor. That's going to be totally horrible. Even if we get Dash, who I consider to be probably the easiest of all the bosses, it's going to be nasty for us. We've got a bad run going right now, and I have no one to blame but myself. No one to blame but myself. I do like Ice Sword, though. I may actually formulate a build around this. Ice Sword's kind of cool. If you could have double Ice Sword, oh yeah, that would sound pretty awesome. What could be better than wielding 2 frosty blades of doom? Super sweet with the dual wielding. Already cleared this room. Okay, so there's the boss room. Yeah, we need to sort this out right here. So let's see if we can't get ourselves a heart in here, maybe? Alright, a health container. Anything is better than... Oh, wow, that room escalated quickly. Okay, so we got a bunch of shock monsters around, so I'm actually just gonna fall back on that idea. I just burned you with an Ice Sword. Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. You don't even know what just happened, but you got burned with an Ice Sword, huh? I'm gonna try and rip the souls out of these guys, just to maybe end up with something that I can... Oh my god, it's still not enough. Okay, we need a health container. We need a health container, because this boss is going to go horrifically. Well, I suppose that's it. If I survive this... I just fired... Did that go through? Alright, whatever. Off to our death. Here we go. Oh, no! It's Blazia! Interestingly enough, I can set Blazia on fire. Blazia has now locked off a large fraction of the screen. My god. Explosions everywhere! There's so much fire. They should make Ice Sword block projectiles. That would be the stuff right there. You could be like, whooshah, and smack them out of the air. Like a badass. Like blocking bullets with your sword. Ow. I don't like being close to this boss. I don't like being close to this boss at all. I've never beaten Blazia, I don't think. I think even like on my own account, I've never beaten Blazia. Like, she always just kicks the crap out of me. Ooh, I got her with the fire. I got her with the ice sword right there. That's good, I guess. She does go along a prescribed path when she does that, so I can wait for her and get a smack off if I need to. I should probably work on some of these fire hazards, but not at the cost of my own health. Go ahead and wipe you out. Yeah, we're not dealing nearly enough damage right now for me to feel comfortable about this. I mean, I could try and run the fire debuff on her. I don't think it's going to matter, but we could go for it. Let's kind of see where that happens. Did I set a volcano on fire? That seems like it would be a really, really bad strategy. It's already on fire. Smack her with the sword a couple times. There we go. There's one. Missed with that one, though, so that was sort of accidental. I think I might be trapped. Oh, I totally am. Well, thus far we seem to be doing okay. I mean, we might make it out of this. I'm not going to promise anything because, honestly, life just doesn't seem to go that way for me very often. I mean, we could get trapped in a really, really bad area right now. Yeah, like this, basically. Wow, that was like the entire screen right there was... If we could follow her along that path, we could get a lot more damage done, especially since it's kind of predictable. Like, sort of. I tried to get her right there, but... See if I can get a couple blasts off right here without eating a fireball to my face. I don't like shaving with fire. It's a terrible plan. Ah. Run away! Run away! Yay, I lived! Do I have to DPS her while she does this? That's kind of horrifying. Oh, I've got to do diagonals? Oh, no. Diagonals! Woo! Don't blow me up! No! I need a speed buff very, very badly. I also need to cut the corners tighter, I think. Oh, Christ. No, 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 no. Ah. What? I made it. What? No. Come on. Oh, my God. I could not have physically done that faster. Like, I was... What? Oh, my God. I don't like that boss. She makes me sad. I should have DPS'd her the whole time. I hate that boss. That boss makes me upset. That boss ruins my life. Oh, sadness, despair, and just nothing to be happy about right now. This game is insanely difficult. Let's just go again. I'm not going to use the warrior this time. I'm taking the mummy so that I can use that ability whenever she catches me. I'm playing for efficiency at this point. I don't care. Because that ability would have saved me in that situation. Go with Curse of the Shade right now. And this is probably how we're going to play from now on. I'm probably just going to grab anything, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I made that last one. I'm feeling like that was a little bit bullshitty. I think I was in the cusp of that curve. I think if we were being at least, not even, I mean, this game isn't generous at all, so I don't even know why I'm implying that the game might be generous, but it's not. This game is totally ungenerous. If there's any shadow of doubt, it's always not in your favor. People are like, we're not really sure who got there first, so we're just gonna let the AI have it. Like, okay, I guess I'll go back to my corner. This game. This is definitely a controller breaker. This would be one of those games that if you have a temper, I would stay far, far away from. We did better against Blazia that time, though. I mean, I don't know if you can even DPS her during that phase, but I'm thinking that might have been the difference of why I didn't win, is because I should have been firing maybe electricity behind me the whole time or something. I took Mind Spike on this one. I don't know. I don't really care what we use, to be honest, as long as it's not the Chaos one that fires all over the place. That's the only spell that I consciously sort of avoid, and I just got set on fire in like the last 2 seconds of that room. Which is, once again, one of those brilliant moments in Splattercat history. What runes do we have right now? We have a lightning rune and a shock rune. I'm just going to hang on to those for right now. Oh my. That's a lot of rats. So the real risk in this room is that you're going to get yourself cornered up. So try and stay away from walls, he said as he strafed the wall. And if you can stay away from walls, you'll probably be okay in these really, really crowded rooms, but I don't know. Oh, we got 2 shock runes already, so now I gotta wait for Combiner. I want to do Chain Lightning, which I know the combination. There it is right there. Asking ye shall receive, I suppose. Maybe the game will be nice to me on this run by giving me like all the things I ever wanted, since I feel like it cheated me on Blazia, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because I was the one sliding into third base, and so obviously I'm going to favor myself. There is the possibility that I am a biased observer right now. We're going to go double shock right here. And that'll give us Chain Lightning, which bounces around, which I'd be willing to estimate is probably insanely powerful in this game, unless it's got a like short cooldown or something. Okay, so it fires kind of slowly. That's the difference. The range is good though. Wow, that's a pretty good spell right there. I mean, for the first floor anyways. Seems to do more than suitable damage for what we need to have done. Oh, we got 2 enchanted rooms in a row. Okay. That's fine. This room is enchanted. That seems like something they would use on like a hotel's website to sell you. Like when you're trying to book your vacation, they'd be like, this enchanting room has a view of the bay. And you'd be like, that doesn't enchant a room. Being able to see a mass of water in no way counts as a magical enchantment. Call me back when I enter the room and I can levitate or like shoot fire out of my eyes. Then it will be an enchanting room. And honestly, I'd be willing to bet if just for a moment, I mean, you might have to redecorate a lot, because if I can shoot fire out of my eyes, you better damn well believe I'm going to do it. I mean, frankly, if you got it, flaunt it. Show your assets. Strut your stuff. I'm going to chain lightning these things to get used to that. I think if we could run this twice, double chain lightning, that seems like it would be a pretty dependable combination. I need to focus on my aiming for right now. We also probably want to get something else long range if this is how we're going to play it. Ooh. These skeletons, he's got a knife! When do the undead become worse? When they're packing edged objects. It's just a skeleton. Look out, he's got a knife! Oh god! I thought he was just a normal undead and then he pulled a knife on me! Of course, it gives us all the hearts in the world right now. All I needed was one more heart for Blazia and we probably would have been fine. I have so much retrospect right now. Retrospect is getting me. I want that fight so badly. And the only thing that keeps me going is thinking about how gratifying it's going to be when I finally beat Blazia. That's the only thing that keeps me going. Because I'm no quitter. I can't espouse liking hardcore MMOs and things and then like bail from a game like this. I just can't do it. I can, however, gripe, moan, and grouse as much as I can in between deaths. That is something that I'm capable of. We'll grab that combiner right there. I do want to try double chain lightning. Just like pew pew. Like fire 2 of them at a time. Like, but I don't think that that's going to be the best use of my abilities. We can go with light and entropy. Have I done light and shock? I have not. Okay, so let's do light and shock and see what we get out. Elastic sparkle. Fires a sparkle that is attached to you with a magical tether. Alright, we'll play with it for a second. I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't sound very threatening. Elastic sparkle definitely does not sound like a threatening ability. So basically it just like boomerangs around me. Okay. It does a lot of damage, so I'm inclined to just keep using it. Even though it's a little bit of a... It's a little close range for my preference, but... I don't know, maybe we'll be able to buff it up in the future or something, make it so that it's not quite so... Can I increase the range on it? Is that... I mean, the duration, almost guaranteed, I bet you can increase the duration. It's really good for wiping. It does a lot of damage. I mean, 6 damage is 100% nothing to complain about. Anything that fires at that rate and does 6 damage, I'm okay with. So there's a bunch of hearts in this room for our later perusal. I am so disappointed right now with that loss. I wanted to be Blazia so badly. That's all that I want in the entire world right now. Okay, it's not all that I want. I think that's grossly underrated. Like, it's underrating and underestimating. I said Uster? I almost said Usher. I was like, oh, I'm thinking about Usher right now. It's Usher estimating. Things in your life compared to the greatness of Usher. You're Usher estimating this, man. those are all grouped together, which makes me super happy as a chain lightning spamming asshole. Take that, zombie. I hit you with sparkles. I'm like Jubilee. That's my only ability, is shooting sparkles at you. Whenever you cast an ability, lower your other cooldowns by 5. For how long, though? Man, I keep getting stuff that I don't like. 5% chance is really sort of lackluster. Like, 5% is not going to come through for you most of the time. If that was 10%, I would take it almost every single time, but 5% is just at the point where it's a very, very marginal bonus. I don't think there's any clear winner right here that we can rely on. I'm just going to go with Arcane Guardian because I'm familiar with it, and it's an extra damaging ability that, you know, let me actually... So the Arcane Guardian, it just explodes when it hits things. Alright, well, it's extra damage, and it's something that I don't have to cast, which I think is the other important thing. It costs me no key press, and so it doesn't reset a global or anything, so essentially it's just like a free piece of damage. This is a pretty good, we're doing reasonably well right here. Aside from the fact that our combination of spells looks like a little girl's birthday party, I think that, I mean, aside from the fact that visually and aesthetically it's non-threatening, I do like the fact that we're killing things pretty effectively right now. Let me have a look at what runes we have sitting around because we do have another combiner. What can I do with Elastic Sparkle? I can increase the damage. How much of it? Let's just do this for... Oh wow, that increases it by a lot. It's actually up to... It gives you almost a half a damage every time you use that. So if you could pump 5 or 6 light runes into that thing, you could definitely make it more deadly. You could put a couple lightning runes into it as well. Although chain lightning would be definitely where we want to put our light runes if we can manage it. I'm sorry, our lightning runes. I forgot to put a ning on the end. I've got a light spell and a lightning spell. And so lightning, exactly, it's just a little bit quicker. It's got less calories than heavy ning, so just be aware. We've got air runes, we've got entropy runes. Have I done air and entropy? Air and entropy I have not. Now I don't tend to like entropy combinations because they usually have some kind of serious defect. Focuses an intense amount of energy, dealing massive damage at a set distance in front of you. So it blows up like at the spot that you're pointing. Hold on, we'll have to test that out in just a second. I'm gonna keep clearing rooms because we've got to accomplish something in these episodes. I think probably as viewers you might be tired of seeing the first couple floors. I can't, like, I don't know. There's one guy who's beaten this game on every difficulty, and I'm willing to bet, like on Xbox Live, you always see people with like impossible scores. Like they beat time trials in like 0.05 seconds or something like that. I'm pretty sure it might be one of those cases where somebody's just like modded files somewhere to make themselves like #1 on everything. I mean, I apologize completely if he has beaten the game on every difficulty. Hey, but it doesn't appear as though anybody else has. So if there was like 3 or 4 people at this point who had beaten the game on every difficulty, I'd be more inclined to say that he's probably hasn't like doctored any of his files. Oh, don't start out right in front. Oh, never mind. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. The hit list. Hit list is going to be a little bit difficult with our collection of abilities. I mean, we can still give it a go. Yeah, hit list is going to be difficult for us right now. Our abilities are definitely not conducive to this challenge because chain lightning hits everything. There we go, and we've only got 1 left on the board. So we'll finish the event right there. We lost a little bit of health. I'll probably go with the 10 max HP right there because that seems nice. Phasing, meh, not really stoked about that. The pickups might be good given that our ability has a really, really long duration on its cooldown. Yeah, let's go with that so that I can use this ability a little bit more recklessly. Oh, we already found the exit? I didn't realize that we had found the exit already. I was just kind of wandering around. Oh, man, well, never mind that. So, but that's like an instant cast. It blows up on the spot that you put it, which means that it might be able to be useful to us. I don't know. I'll have to play around with it a little bit. It does require me... This game's kind of weird about its globals, like the key presses. I don't know how to explain it to a viewer. Like, for example, if you hold down both mouse clicks, it just kind of rapid fires in between the 2 cooldowns. But if you hold down your key, for example, it doesn't spam fire. At least it doesn't on my computer. And so you end up with kind of... I think they probably did that to like keep you from just like pinning down all your keys and doing a bunch of stuff. I lowered my cooldowns because we have a really, really good cooldown. Also, I pressed the 2 key on accident. So I guess that's where the cookie crumbles. Luckily, 4% cooldowns aren't too bad. Let's go ahead and finish off all of these nasty little... I like things that don't fight back. That's like half the reason that I destroy these crates is because they don't fight back. I'm going to do 1 or 2 more rooms, then we'll cut the episode off. Oh my. So we have enemies that are ripe for the... Ooh, that ability did do well. I'm proud of you right now, Entropy Spell. I am proud of you as hell. Okay, so yeah, I like that spell. We can kind of drop that in the middle of the enemy and just like let it do its thing. Yeah, okay, I like it. It's basically a death laser. Like, you don't even have to really target it. I'm going to kill that thief off before he steals anything of mine that I want. Because there are a lot of things in this dungeon that I want. Mostly treasure and prestige, and also to not be a mummy anymore. I feel like I've got this whole mummy thing under wraps, and it's time to kind of just move on to something else in our life. Our career as a mummy has gone about as far as it can go, I think. If I increase the AoE of that spell, I would like it even more. I missed right there, unfortunately. Not going to pick up anything just yet. We got a fire rune right there. Not going to be playing around with much with fire, but we do have a combiner, so I mean, we can check some stuff out. I wasn't impressed with that burning buff. It was okay, but it was kind of just like insult to injury, I guess. I don't know. There we go. Yep. I accidentally hit my other cooldown because I'm clumsy with my fingers, but it was still awesome. I should kill him because I saw him pick up that rune. That ghost is going to come back over here. Yep. That didn't go where I thought it was going to go. Does it have a... Oh, it has a maximum range. Okay, so I can't drop it from super deep on somebody. That's actually got a pretty minimal range. So I've got to use that when things close gaps with me. Okay. So there's a lot of things to learn in this game. I would highly recommend you run the same build over and over and over again until you like master that build and then do something else, because if you're sitting around just taking random spells all the time, it's tough to stick with. Let's go with Mind and Fire. The Tracer. Shoots a tracer that will automatically shoot a bullet to the location of the tracer's impact. Okay. Oh my. That is unfortunate. I just lost a bunch of health right there because the room bum rushed me. There's bum rush rooms in this game. There's definitely like monster closet-esque rooms where you walk in and you're just instantly in the middle of just a million things that want you to suffer all the worst fates in life, but mostly death. That's kind of like the culminating fate. There's a lot of bad fates, but death is probably somewhere higher on the list. It's probably not number 1 because I could think of things that are worse than death. Like ALS, for example. I'd just rather die, to be honest. Just kind of like slowly deteriorating until you have nothing left. I'd rather die. Fill the pits. How do I do that? Oh, I push the crate. Oh my. Okay, so there's 1 pit down. There's 2 pits down. I don't want to be complainy, but this quest is the pits? I don't know. There's another pit. Luckily these crates don't have HP, otherwise I'd be screwing the pooch hard right now. The pooch would be upset with me. Got ourselves a... Am I getting XP for... Oh no, I did something dumb. Oh, I did something even dumber. No! No, giant bursty beetle. Bursty beetle. Sounds like something like you would hang out with in an enchanted forest. Oh, my name's Bursty Beetle. You know, it sounds like a kid's character. I don't know. Yay! Challenge completed at the cost of half of our health bar. Huzzah! I'm gonna go 3% move speed in case we get... What's her name again? Blazia. I'm gonna break the episode off right here. So, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here in the Nerd Castle for another episode of Runers, in which I really like a lot of my spells at the moment. So, I don't know if the Tracer does damage right there. I'm going to have to play with that. Oh, it fires pretty quickly, though. Might be worth considering. But anyways, my name is Splattercat. I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and hi-do!